Alright, it looks like we're up and running. I'm just getting back to playing some Half-Life 2 VR after a little bit of a Halloween break with Cosmo Tread. That was a pretty fun and scary game, but I'm excited to get back to a little bit more of an adventure sort of game. We left off having just gotten out of the Ravenholm tunnels. There were a lot of head crabs there and it was very scary. Looks like they've left one over for us to scare us once we got out of the tunnels, but it didn't jump on me for some reason. I still feel bad about killing the head crabs, but they would hurt me if I didn't remove them. So I have to do it for my own safety. Looks like there's a lot of guns that were left over here. Unfortunately, none of those guns were ones that I needed the ammo for. That's okay though. I am sure that we'll find more. I'm curious to see where we find ourselves. It seems like we're in another city. But I'm guessing this isn't City 17. Since we are trying to make our way to the coast after escaping City 17. This is a very cool gun. Too bad I can't carry more ammo for it. I'd like to shoot it more if I could. But instead I'll have to use it wisely. I think there's some straggler head crab monsters left behind from Ravenholm. I kind of remember dealing with these snipers from the last time I played Half-Life. I think you have to throw grenades into their nests. It's probably going to be kind of hard in VR. Oh, give me one moment. Oh boy. I need to replace the batteries in my controller. That ran out at a very inconvenient time because now I can't pause the game. Thankfully, they just use normal AA batteries, so I can swap these out pretty quick. Stop dropping grenades at my feet. All right, I think I'm back up and running again. But I'm going to start over from when I hadn't blown myself up with grenades. It just seems like the prudent and fair thing to do. All right, let's see if I can throw this dope. That was very dangerous. That one didn't work either. Okay though, because I think the VR mod has a setting for the grenades to make them easier to throw precisely. At least I thought there was. Oh, if I hold the throw button here, I can do it. That's not as fun as throwing the grenades myself, but it's very hard to throw them precisely with the VR controllers. It's just an example of how games need to be designed to accommodate VR users, and in this case, this game wasn't made for. That's okay though, because the creators of the mod were clever in accommodating for that need.
Critical.
That sniper is very dangerous. I'll have to find a safer route to approach him from. It's interesting that the sniper is smart enough to try to shoot through boxes if I'm hiding behind them. He also tries to shoot the explosive barrels if I'm close to them. Which means that he's a very clever fellow. And I'll have to be just as clever and how I fight him. I'll get a grenade ready.
Blood loss detected.
I think we've got him. There we go. When we last left off our friends at the lab, Eli and Alex were being attacked by the Combine. So I don't know why Eli needed us to head to the coast, but we'll try to hurry for this siren. It seems like the Resistance has put a lot at stake for us. They must have a lot of confidence in Gordon Freeman. Or maybe they are just desperate. Either way, we need to try not to let them down. This looks like a fun gun. I wonder how it reloads. Let's test it out. I don't think it needs to be primed. No, it doesn't seem like it does. It says Combine Hybrid Assault Rifle Mark II. And it describes the type of ammunition it uses on the site here. It's interesting to me that the Combine weaponry is a little bit distinct from our own, but not entirely. It still uses a trigger and firing modes. And the visual design isn't entirely distinct from one of our rifles. But the ammunition is different. For example, the lack of needing to be racked or primed. She's taking cover behind red barrels. That doesn't seem entirely wise. There is a lot of barrels here. That's not entirely safe. They ambushed me. After traveling through Ravenholm for so long, I'm not as used to fighting normal soldiers anymore. I wonder who's fighting them. Not sure who they are, but if they're enemies of the Combine, they're probably friends of mine.
Winston's been hit.
Patch him up and get him
At
to
the
back
very
as soon as he's
least,
stable.
we share a common cause.
Gordon Freeman. It's incredible you made it. We've been getting communications from Alex. I'll see if I can reach her again. Follow me.
This is one of my favorite pieces of
Over here,
video
Dr.
game
Freeman.
music. It's called Triage at Dawn.
Over here, Dr. Freeman.
And you first hear it when encountering these first Resistance members
Over here,
fighting the
Dr. Freeman.
Combine, indicating that the humans' will to resist has been rekindled.
It's Leon. We're all clear. And I've got Gordon Freeman.
Dr. Freeman, you're kidding. Look, I've been on the line
Bittersweet
with Alex.
because Winston's
Her father's
hurt,
been
but
captured.
also hopeful.
Over here, Dr. Freeman.
Eli Vance is indispensable to the liberation.
Alex, it's Leon. And I've got Gordon Freeman with me.
Gordon, you made it through Ravenholm. Thank God.
Hello, Alex.
I need your help. They've taken my father. He's been taken to Nova Prospect. The Vortigons tracked the ship that made off with him and Judith Mossman. While the trains are still running, I'm gonna hitch a ride. Here's where you come in, Gordon. I need you to make your way along the coast until you get to Nova Prospect. It used to be a high-security prison, and it's something much worse than that now. But I think it's still easier to sneak in than to break out.
You want him to take the coast road? He won't last 5 minutes on foot. It's spawning season for the antlions.
That's why I called you, Leon. I was hoping you still had the scout car we left with you last summer. The one my dad rigged with the Tau cannon.
Yeah, good idea. Hold on a sec. Norco? Bring the buggy out. Put it on the dock right now. Gordon Freeman will be driving it.
Will do. I just finished mounting an ammo crate on the back.
Good timing. Okay, Alex, we're all set.
Thanks, Leon. Gordon, I haven't driven the coast in over a year, but I have no reason to think it's gotten any safer. Meet me in the depot where the trains unload. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in Nova Prospect. Bye for now.
Bye, Alex. Okay, Doc. Before you hit the road, you might want to grab some med kits, restock on ammo, maybe check the map, see where you're headed. There's an ammo supply crate on the back of the car, if that's any comfort. Stay with the car, make use of the thumpers. You'll stand a fair chance against the
Think your
antlions.
friends need the
I'll
med
radio
kits.
ahead to let the next base know you're coming.
More than I
Shore
do.
point to NLO. Shore point to New Little Odessa. Come in, Odessa. Do you read? Shore point to NLO. Shore point to New Little Odessa. Come in, Odessa. Do you read? Shore point to NLO.
Oh.
Shore point to New Little Odessa. Shore point to NLO. Shore point to New Little Odessa.
Hello, Dr. Freeman. The car's all ready for you. Hop in and I'll lower you down to the beach.
It's time for another vehicle section. He's worried that the
Good, here we
hover
go.
boat would be intolerable in VR, but it turned out to be. Now I'm kind of excited to drive.
Your magnet's failing. Hold on. Sorry, Doc.
This is a very dangerous situation. I think I need to ride the car with them. Oh boy, there's a lot going on here. This might be a little bit harder. Then the Hoover barriers. I'm going to turn down the sound a little bit. A little bit hard to hear myself over the sound of the game. Looks like there's a loop here for us to practice driving. Wonder if there's an achievement if you drive it fast enough. I'll give it a quick try. But I'm not sure I can use the turbo without getting sick. Same goes for the handbrake. Alright, let's continue. That made a lot of crunching noises. And then I accidentally hit the turbo and crashed. I'm not sure I'm a very good driver. But we'll have to make do, because traveling on foot might be too slow or too dangerous. I am also going to switch the movement to the teleportation because I'm getting a little queasy. Unfortunately, there is no way to teleport in the car. So I'll just have to take it slow and gentle. That was not slow and gentle. I'm not sure how well this will work out. I must admit I'm finding this a little bit tougher on the stomach than the airboat was. Maybe I'll take a moment here by the thumper to take a break. It uses percussive impacts to keep the antlions at bay. I wonder if the antlions are another part of the Combine's invasion schema at the same way the headcrabs are, or if they are an invasive species that were brought along alongside the invasion. Either way, I imagine that the Combine are making use of them to inhibit humanity's ability to move freely through their own world. Once again, the antlions themselves aren't evil, they're just another victim of the Combine's brutal tactics. I'm not sure there's a way for me to get into this house. This looks very promising. It's another lander cache, but there's a head crab here. I wonder if the Combine intentionally targeted this spot with the headcrabs, or if it was part of an indiscriminate bombardment. I think both are equally as likely given the Columbine's callous alleges of war. It's one of the big ones.
Blood toxin. Automatic medical systems engaged. Morphine administered.
We were able to handle it with the shotgun, though. The shotgun seems to be a very effective tool for certain enemies. And I'm glad to have it. Was one of the nice things to come out of Ravenholm. Guess it's time to get back on the road. Like I need to drive around behind the house, I think. This car seems very capable of handling a lot of conditions. I would like it a lot if it didn't make me sick. So I'm not sure I like it that much. I think once I get to Nova Prospekt, I'll feel a lot better. Because then I'll be back to moving on my feet. And I won't have the car rattling me around. I was able to sneak up on them with my crowbar. But they outnumbered me. Fortunately, I had a lot of powerful weapons. My hazardous environments. You prevented the worst at the damage from affecting me. I think I can also restock my ammunition at the car here. Which was pretty cool. It might just be ASMG ammo though. That's okay, because the smog is a very effective weapon. I already searched that building. All right, let's continue. I think I got them all. They were not expecting me to ride over the hill in a car with a gun strapped to it. And that was their fatal mistake. There were just more grenades in there. And they already have enough. It's... That one has red markings on it. One does too. I thought the one with red markings might be there later, but it looks like many of them do. The red markings differentiate males from females. Or maybe they reproduce asexually. Or maybe they practice a form of procreation unknown to us.
Gordon Freeman!
Being from another planet, they might not have the same connect
Hurry,
conceptions
get in
of
the basement.
binary
We're
sexual
expecting
reproduction
gunships at any
that we
moment.
do.
Colonel Cubbage will be glad to see you made it.
Get in the basement. We're making sure everyone has what they need to hold off an attack.
There's rockets here. That probably means there's a rocket launcher here too.
Stay with me, Freeman.
Doesn't look like there's a way to the basement I'm looking for here. But I think this person's going to lead us to the basement.
This steerable rocket launcher is our best bet for taking down a gunship. Ah, hello. I'll be right with you. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. Using the laser guide, you can steer your rocket past the gunship's defenses and prevent it from shooting down your rocket. This will only anger it at first, but if you can survive long enough to make several direct hits, you'll be rewarded with a prize worthy of any mantelpiece. Now, who's going to be the lucky one to carry it into combat? Ah, yes, Gordon Freeman. I couldn't have asked for a finer volunteer. Colonel Odessa Cubbage at your service. Damn. Let me just send a warning to Lighthouse Point, and then I'll come right up and lend a hand. Go on. Teach that gunship a lesson it will never forget. Remember, use the launcher's laser guide to steer your rocket past the gunship's defenses.
Oh, there it is.
NLO to Lighthouse Point. NLO to Lighthouse Point. Come in. This is Colonel Cubbage. Come in, please.
I don't think it's very safe to leave a bunch of rockets laying around.
NLO to Lighthouse Point. NLO to Lighthouse Point. Come in.
Well, it is important to have the rocket launcher to fight the Combine. I think that they could do better with their ammunition storage. I don't know where my rocket went. I wonder how I reload it. Oh, I figured it out. That's a lot of fun. I think we got it. This person looks
Get
very
going, Dr.
tired.
Freeman. We know Eli Vance is depending on you. Well, that's that. I gather you've disposed of that gunship, Dr. Freeman. Your reputation, sir, is well deserved. I
Indeed.
shall have someone open the gate for you immediately so that you can drive on. I understand that Dr. Vance is in great need. Use extreme caution when approaching the bridge. Radio silence from that outpost leads me to believe it has come under Combine control. Still, you're clearly the right man for the job. You'll make it through if anyone can. Farewell. And please tell Dr. Vance that Colonel Cubbage regrets not having been able to rescue him in person.
The Freeman must now hurry on.
It's
The
very
Eli Vance
gallant.
is held in distress most dire. Is there reason for delay?
NLO to Lighthouse Point. NLO to Lighthouse Point.
Is probably one of the soldiers during the 7 Hours War. That's interesting.
To Lighthouse Point.
The alien was able to charge my suit.
This is Colonel Cubbage. Come in, please.
They seem to have an innate understanding of our technology. For example, how they were able to attach the turret to the gun. Oh dear. That was an accident.
Get going, Dr. Freeman. We know Eli Vance is depending on you.
I'm glad that it made me start over.
Well, that's that. I gather you've disposed of that gunship, Dr. Freeman. Your reputation, sir, is well deserved.
I wouldn't have been very happy with myself playing after killing somebody by accidentally activating the turbo.
Use extreme caution when approaching the bridge. Radio silence from that outpost leads me to believe it has come under Combine control. Still, you're clearly the right man
Speaking
for
of
the job.
which, I'll
You'll
put
make
the
it through if
rocket
anyone
launcher
can.
away.
Farewell. And please tell Dr. Vance that Colonel Cubbage regrets not having been able to rescue him.
And
in
try
person.
to be more careful this time.
The Freeman must now hurry on. The Eli Vance is held in distress most dire. Is there reason for delay?
NLO to Lighthouse Point. NLO to Lighthouse Point. Come in. This is Colonel Cubbage. Come in.
I'm going to let him charge my suit again.
NLO to Lighthouse Point. NLO to Lighthouse Point. Come in. This is Colonel Cubbage. Come in. Drive safely.
I'll also try to drive the car more carefully this time. He told me to drive safely. Aye aye. And speechless about the irony of the situation. Let's move on. And take the very dangerous car somewhere where there aren't people that hurt. Looks like another resistance member attempted to cross the beach. And it also seems like the Combiner having trouble controlling the ant lions. Lends credence to the idea that rather than a tool for the invasion, they may be an invasive species that tagged along. Is a lot of soldiers here. I think they're trying to stop me from reaching Nova Prospect. Which makes sense. It sounds like Nova Prospect is where they keep many political prisoners. It is, for example, where they were trying to send me initially. I got him. Oh dear. I'm trying to figure out which button moves the crane head further out. It said that one of the controls was unbound, so this may be difficult. and quite work. It says to use the left-hand joystick to move the arm. Oh, it looks like it's working this time. That's good. I was scared that I might not be able to play through this part in VR. I'll just put my car over here for now. That was a lot of fun, to knock them all over with the box. And a good example of how heavy equipment can be very dangerous if not used properly. In this case, I think fighting combined is a property of having equipment. Not be the intended use of the crane initially. Let's go get the car again. I'm not sure if it's possible to play through this section without the car. But even if it is, the car is very useful because it carries ammunition. That being said, it can be a challenge to drive safely, as you can see here. I feel bad about hitting the resistance button, even if we loaded the save coordinates. Looks like there's supplies back there. It was more charge for my suit. You don't know why the car always turns on the turbo when I start driving. It can be very disorienting. And very dangerous, as we saw back at the base. It's actually easier to guide the missiles past the gunship's defenses in VR than it is with the mouse and keyboard, because my hands are naturally a little wobbly. It looks like the gunships are made out of a creature with compound eyes, like a fly. Seem to use a lot of living creatures as part of their military. It's probably why they are called the Combine. They're a combination of many alien races. But instead of a multicultural team, they're more a group of oppressed and forced into service. For example, I don't think this gunship creature wants to have a lot of rockets attached to it. In that sense, it's kind of sad. The creature has been likely abused and forced into this situation. It's well. Against its will. So I feel bad for killing it. In that sense, it's very important that we believe in the justice of our cause. Otherwise, we're killing animals for no good reason. These mines are very inconvenient. I think I can remove them with the gravity gun now. The Combined soldiers are becoming much more aggressive in how they battle us. Initially, they were complacent in their rule over humanity. But I think now they're coming to understand the danger of their situation. It's pretty cool how even after you're done shooting, you hear the shell casings fall on the ground. It's kind of like how there's an echo when you shoot the gun out in the open. There's just a lot of attention paid to find details about this game that I really like. Can be a little hard to talk about though while fighting. Not sure if I can destroy these by shooting them. But I think I can incapacitate them. It's growling at me. I was able to get rid of it by shooting it off the cliff. They have a very prominent audio cue, so I know that they are around. The car's turret is very effective. Oh, hello. I'm sorry I didn't see you there. Sometimes the speech to text
I can
doesn't
highly
work.
recommend using jump feature. The normal smooth locomotion is intent of the teleport on jump method. Cause that was not intent tbh. It's not very good in this mod, unlike in Alex. And it is like cheating.
I see. I like these settings just because they reduce motion sickness for me. I understand that it's probably the best to get as close to the intended experience as possible.
At least try the normal smooth locomotion,
However,
if possible. I also think you missed the crossbow on the hill back there.
Oh, I have, but if I get too sick to play, I switch. Oh dear.
Log loss detected.
That's okay. I think I'm just going to keep playing the game. I'm having a lot of fun, even if I've missed something. Although finding the crossbow would be a lot of fun. I remember using the crossbow, and I played this game previously.
Well, I don't know if we're ever gonna get
And
it
it was a lot
otherwise.
of fun.
And you do have all the other weapons. AHH, you played it?
Indeed, I played it originally when it came out on the orange box. It was a lot of fun. and it's been a lot of fun to re-experience it in VR.
Oh damn. Long time.
I'll go take a look for the crossbow real quick. It looks like you were right. And I think I might have glitched off the cliff.
It looks like you are dead. Although
oh well,
I don't know
let's
how.
go try it again. I think the movement just glitched a little bit and it teleported me somewhere. Oh, this seems very hard to use in VR. But I did it. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. One of the many things I dislike about the basically unfinished teleport movement in this mod. Cool, you got the achievement.
Indeed. This is a really cool weapon. It shoots pieces of rebar and it looks like it uses a battery to heat it. One pole of the battery is connected to this end of the rod. And the other pole's connected to this end. And then using the natural resistance of the rebar, it's able to produce heat.
Always bothered me that the hot
think.
pole isn't sharp at the front end.
And the ratio of heat produced is determined by the equation P equals IR2. Where P is power or heat, I is current and R is resistance. Maybe sharpening it would take too much time and energy,
Oh. I didn't know.
so they rely
Are you a
on brute
physicist,
force instead.
like Gordo?
Haha, that would be cool if I was, but I just took a circuits class. I always accidentally shoot grenades.
Oh also. You gonna try the default movement? Oh wow. If I took a class like that, I
was
couldn't
using it
remember.
earlier, but I was getting motion sick, so I think I'm going to teleport for now. But I might try again later.
Vital signs critical.
Well, it's
The
important to get
circuits
used to
class
it.
was a lot of fun because you mostly worked on a lab bench instead of doing stuff on paper.
Ah,
I understand I do like using smooth locomotion in slower games like VR Chat. That this game is still a little bit too brisk for me, so I'm going to be gentle and patient with myself. Looks like we're having some trouble hitting him this time. So we'll move a little bit closer and use the pistol instead. Are you having a good day today? This time I'm going to remember that I can shoot the mines out of the roof here. That should make the spike go a little better. The shotgun is a very effective tool here. They tried to sneak around and attack me both at the same time. That was very clever. But I was a little bit too fast for them. It is good for me and bad for them. It looks like I did it. And so now I can send their car off the cliff. Goodbye. The explosion from the car caused the barrels to shake. That's pretty cool. All right, now we're back on the road. I'm glad we don't also have to deal with the antlions here. But I guess I should be ready for them in the future. Remember that we're not even close to being done with them. Eventually we have to fight there. And Lion Queens or something like that. It's a really big and line that charges at you, and it's pretty scary. I'm guessing it'll be even scarier in VR. So I'll just have to be brave. There's a box of rockets here, which makes me think I'll have to shoot down another gunship at this part. I think I've already killed all the Combine here though. Oh, it looks like there was another crossbow.
Toxin levels detected automatically.
But if we didn't get that one back there earlier, we wouldn't have gotten the achievement. So I'm glad that person helped me find the one on the hill. So that I could get the achievement. I try not to be too compulsive about achievement hunting, but they are pretty fun when you can. Alright, it looks like I have to find a way to disable the power to their fence. My recollection is that it's good to follow the power lines in this game. So let's see if we can find our way up there. It looked like there was a third floor, but this isn't it. And I don't see another way up. So maybe I'll try searching the other building a little bit more carefully. I think I rushed through here last time because I was fighting soldiers. They also don't see anything here. Oh, there's a path here. I think this is where I need to go. I'm using the SMG because I can get more info from my car. Also, it's very effective at fighting things. It's in general a very good, well-rounded weapon. So I'm glad my car has an ammo box for it. There's more rockets here suggesting another gunship fight. I am guessing that it'll trigger once I turn off power to the gate. This looks like it would make me really sick with normal smooth locomotion. Think normally I'd drop down there and then sprint across to get here. As it is, I'm very thankful to be able to teleport because otherwise I would get very sick. And that wouldn't be very fun. Really, the teleportation is an important accessibility feature for VR. Since not everybody can play with smooth locomotion. So I'm glad that the teleportation exists to make the game playable for people who otherwise wouldn't be able to. It's a very thoughtful feature. And I like it a lot. This is a very precarious situation. but we were able to figure it out. I will just keep moving forward one step at a time. Oh, looks like the movement bugged again. That's okay though. What's an ambush? Do I need to plug my headset in? Give me one moment. I'm getting a lot better at finding the charging port on this. Okay, now we can keep moving forward. It was another pub. This section seems to involve a lot of complicated movement. And it doesn't translate perfectly to VR. That's okay, though I'm pretty impressed with how well the VR mod has been working so far. I'll just save to make sure that I don't have to repeat a lot of sections. This is a really good example of how game design for mouse and keyboard or even controller doesn't always mesh well with virtual reality. Each system is distinct with different limitations, needs, and expectations. And the VR mod is a really great opportunity to see how the two systems can collide. So even if the gameplay itself doesn't translate well, we can still learn something. And deepen our appreciation for video games. They really are complex forms of interactive experiences and artwork. And I personally think that the virtual reality really elevates them. It's an incredible tool for immersion. And I also find it to be a lot of fun. It's really fun to be able to stand instead of having to sit in a chair at a desk. Since that's what I do all day at work. Virtual reality allows me to experience games without being entirely sedentary. I was expecting it to be a very short process to turn off the gate, but this has become very complicated. We both had the same idea. But my suit had more armor than his, so I won. I think I'm about to have to fight a gunship. It's fortunate that I can charge my suit here before going. Window. Looks like I can't shoot out of these windows. So I'm going to have to run. Out of rockets. This has become a very difficult situation. The Combine have become determined to stop me, and they have me cornered. So I have to move quick. I think if I can get to one of the weapon caches, I'll be able to shoot down the gunship. Then this should go a bit better. We're almost there. It's a good thing that there's a lot of health packs here. Alright, I've got the rocket. We got it. That was pretty challenging, though. Don't think they're done using gunships against me, though. So I'll have to be ready for more. Oops. All right, where were we? Still getting shot at, it seems. I'll save here in case I fall again. Keep moving forward more carefully this time. There we go. I made it. That was a bit of a struggle. And now it's going to be back to driving, which was also a struggle. Overall, this level seems pretty difficult for VR. I see you there. This is very funny. They think that I don't see them. They're hiding like preschoolers, playing hide and seek. And now they are surprised. Though I got the surprise on them, they are still very challenging. They have become increasingly aggressive in the way they battle me. It's clear that the Combine wants to stop me. And they are probably done underestimating me at this point. So I need to be ready to face very strong resistance from them. It's like there's a train. Yeah, that was definitely a train. I wasn't sure if there was a place I was supposed to hide. Looked like there was another fence in front of me. Getting outbreak over and over. I wonder what he meant by that. So this time I'll try to be ready for the train. And I'll say it again, just in case. I don't like saving a lot, but I guess if it's what I need to do to get through this part. Whoa, that was pretty cool. But I didn't beat the train. I think I have to drive really fast. And swerve out of the way at the last moment. Kind of like that.
Fracture detected.
But I didn't quite make it. I wonder what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I need to wait to use the boost. We did it. Hopefully that's the last time I need to click save. There's head crabs here again. They seem to favor dark, confined places. It probably helps the man-bush people. So that they don't get hurt while they're vulnerable crawling around. That is very frightening. I don't think I can shoot through that glass. I'm going to try to clear out the head crabs before I drive through here. He threw one of the head crabs at me. I didn't know they could do that. That tunnel must have just been a little reminder of broken home. That's both impressive and very sad and perilous the world has become for people to travel. They were burning bodies in a pile. That is unacceptable. I wonder who these graves are for. They must have happened before the war, obviously. It's very calm and peaceful here, and I like it a lot. But we have to keep moving to help our friends. And to prevent the Combine from hurting more people. They tried to stop me with an ambush, but I was too fast. This obstruction, however, I'm going to have to be a little bit more thoughtful about. They can hear an airship. I can probably shoot them down before they drop off the soldiers if I'm quick. Looks like I need one more battery. I wonder if it's in one of these cars. Not in that one. This is a very strange improvised barrier. Not sure why the Combine are using something like this instead of their more advanced technology. Maybe they haven't allocated a lot of resources to Earth. There's the other battery. It was in a car, just not the one I thought. Now the gate's open and I can move forward.
We're picking up radio chatter. They're looking for your car. Get your car in the garage.
I think we saw that man in back in City 17. But back then he was very depressed. I'm glad that his sons found the will to fight. Oops, there goes the nitro again. Sure why it keeps activating even when I don't press button for it.
Okay, Doc. You'll have to go on foot from here. There's a secret path along the cliffside, but no one's going anywhere until we fight off this attack. Having you here to fight alongside us is going to make a big difference for morale. Oh, crap. Here come the dropships.
There's rockets. Oh, never mind. It's just bullets. That's okay, bullets are pretty useful for fighting too. It's a little cruel to be shooting them as they leave the dropship, but they are much worse than we are. And so, as a matter of survival, we do what we must. Thank you. There they are.
Ship at the lighthouse! Freeman, ammo!
I'm going to try to intercept them before they can get to cover. This isn't what I meant to do, but I guess it works. Oh no, he died. That's very unfortunate. But I'm glad that he died fighting for a cause that he believed in. Oh, hello. This one looks very scared. That's understandable. I'm pretty scared too. I need to try to find more rockets to fight this dropship. I have a feeling that there's probably some up at the top of the lighthouse here. Oh look, there were. All right. Let's try to put a stop to this. We did it.
This way, Dr. Freeman. We'll take the cliff path before another gunship
It's
finds
kind
us.
of fun how so many parts of the game are more difficult in VR. But then shooting down drop ships is actually a lot easier. Spiral staircases, though, not so much.
All right, Dr. Freeman. Come with me before another one comes. Right along there. And watch your step. I'm hurt.
That's a pretty cool secret door. They took my car. Those tricks took my car. That's okay though, because the car made me pretty motion sick.
Hold still, Laszlo. You there! Stop where... Idiot! Walking on the sand brings airline down!
Oops.
Dear God! Poor Laszlo! The finest mind
I
of
should
his
have
generation.
listened, but I was a little
To such
impulsive.
an end. We were heading for the Vortigaunt camp, hoping to pick up some bug baits of these damn things and leave us alone. But without Laszlo, what's the point? I know you tried to help. I'll
Oh.
stay with him a while. There's something I have to do. Go ahead. And I hope you have better luck than we had. Remember to stay off the
I'm
sand.
sorry about
The ant mines
Laszlo.
are edgy right now.
It's like the ground is lava. Oops. I didn't mean to shoot that pallet. That's unfortunate because it probably would have been very helpful. I really need to be more careful than I have been. As usual, just keep moving forward, one step at a time. It's the best way to get through difficult situations. Fortunately, I have my trusty pallet fragment. And my trusty piece of steel. One must appreciate the certainty of steel. A little worried that this is going to is a situation like this. There's a lot of them. I'm not really sure what to do here. Maybe I'll just run. Nope, that didn't work. Next time I'll have to try not to slip. For now, though, I think I'm going to take a bit of a break. This seems like a good place to live off since I'm no longer driving the car. That makes me sick. Maybe next time I'll be able to use smooth locomotion to climb over all of these objects. Until then, I hope you had a really good day, and I hope you continue to have a really good day. Goodbye.